What's going on, YouTube? It's Jeff Toffman here on the Glorious Podcast with my Smackdown live review for the October 24th, 2017 edition. This review is probably going to be pretty quick. Smackdown was once again uneventful tonight. No invasion from Raw tonight. Looks like they're going to hold that off. I mean, they I should have saw it coming because they were practically saying that it would happen. You know what I mean? They get notifications from like the WWE app and everything. Pretty much saying, and then they kept showing those backstage shots of how it was all security and everything. That they weren't actually gonna do it tonight. They made you think it was gonna happen, but it isn't. But it will eventually happen. We all know it in the coming weeks. But I mean, other than that, SmackDown was, it was lackluster tonight. That's the best word to describe it. I mean, once again, just like last week again, a little bit better than last week, but not much at all really. Not much even to discuss in regards to the show. I'll just kind of roll right through it here. They opened the show, Shane McMahon and Sami Zayn segment. Okay, opening segment. And then it leads to a match. Sami Zayn taking on Randy Orton in the main event, which is when I expected to see maybe an invasion angle take place, but it never happened. We did see KO get involved in the main event. He got out there to distracted the ref. Orton picked up the win, low blow. Nothing special. I mean, I don't know. SmackDown, it just felt real lackluster again tonight. Like I said, a little bit better than last week, but tag team match: Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable taking on the New Day. The New Day lose the match. I don't know. I'm confused here. Are Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable heel all of a sudden? Like, they showed a segment from last week. I don't remember even watching it. I must have missed it. But it looked like they were like playing the heel almost. And are the Usos like turning face all of a sudden? Because they kind of seemed like face on commentary a bit tonight. And then that segment last week, it looked like they were like the faces in that segment. So I don't even remember. I must have missed that segment last week. But they showed it again tonight. And I'm like, I mean, maybe that's what they're doing. Because I was thinking, I'm like, Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable, they just need some type of little, like, a gimmick or whatever. They're just really generic right now. So, like, if they could just get a gimmick or whatever. I mean, they got good music. Their music's pretty good. And they're good wrestlers and everything. I just felt like they need a gimmick or whatever. And then they'd actually be pretty over with the fans and everything. Because they're not really getting much of a big reaction. I mean, it's not as bad as like a Jason Jordan reaction where it's like nothing. They're getting a little bit of a pop, but nothing crazy. But I don't know. I mean, maybe they're heel. I don't know what the hell they're doing over there. But they're supposed to get a title shot in like the few weeks or whatever, sometime before Survivor Series, I assume. I don't think they're gonna win the titles because that would change the whole match they have with the Shield and the Usos planned for Survivor Series. So, but anyway, they have a tag match. Gable and Benjamin pick up the win over the New Day. What else happened? Sin Cara versus Baron Corbin again, and Sin Cara once again defeats Baron Corbin via DQ. I think they had a match last week, if it was, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago. But Sin Cara picks up yet another win over Baron Corbin. Obviously, it's via DQ, and then Corbin destroys him after the match. And it was announced yesterday on Raw that we're getting Corbin versus The Miz Survivor Series and a champion versus champion match, which isn't really intriguing at all, at least in my opinion. I don't really care to see that at all, to be honest with you. AJ Styles versus one of the Singh brothers. I mean, this just sums up the night right here. The one Singh brother didn't even get any offense in. It was like 5-second match. Styles picked up the quick win, and then we're gonna get the other Singh brother taking on AJ next week, in which will probably be another 5-second match. It seems like they're teasing like maybe an AJ Styles title shot sometime, maybe after Survivor Series. I mean, there is a pay-per-view, Clash of Champions. I think that's the only other pay-per-view after Survivor Series of the year for WWE, and it is a SmackDown pay-per-view, so we could maybe be looking at Jinder Mahal defending that title against AJ Styles at that pay-per-view. I mean, it's been rumored that Styles could be getting back in the title picture, especially since he's left kind of the U.S. title picture, and maybe he'll go back up to the WWE title picture, which hopefully that's the case. Hopefully he goes up there and takes that title off Jinder Mahal as soon as possible, because Jinder Mahal's title reign is a complete mess, at least at this point. It was okay at first, but it's really kind of to the point where it's like they got to get that title off him. And I've heard these rumors, countless rumors, that they're going to keep the title on him until WrestleMania, which is an absolute nightmare. And the plan would be for him to versus John Cena at WrestleMania. I mean, that seems like what they've been building up. Oh, God, I hope that is not the case. I hope they don't keep the title on that long. I hope that, like, can you imagine, like, this could be like John Cena's, like, last WrestleMania, and he goes out against Jinder Mahal. I mean, come on. I mean, they've gone too far with this Jinder Mahal thing. They've gone way too far with it. It shouldn't have gone this far. It was a nice thing to do at first. It was kind of like surprising, shocking at first. Everybody was like, all right, whatever, I'll give it a run. And it was okay. It was okay until, like, after Battleground is when it really started to go, like, south. When he got into that feud with Nakamura, it was really bad. That entire feud, it's just, all the matches weren't good. Neither of them really. The build was just awful for both matches. There was, like, no chemistry. It's just like, all right, you know what I mean? And just, it's bad. It was like the same thing every week, getting repetitive. So it's gotten to the point where it's like, now we have to see, Jinder Mahal is probably going to main event Survivor Series against Brock Lesnar. Lesnar's probably going to end up winning that match. Could you imagine if they actually have Jinder Mahal defeat Brock Lesnar? No chance in hell. I mean, Lesnar's up there with like that status like Cena and Reigns almost, where it's like he's not going to lose. I mean, well, and again, I could be wrong. I mean, just look back at last year Survivor Series when Goldberg defeated Brock Lesnar in like a minute. That was a nightmare. And that could be what they do again with this match. It could be like one of those 5-minute matches. It almost feels like it does. I mean, you're not going to get a classic match out of these two where it goes like 15 to 20 minutes or longer than that maybe. It's going to be probably a 10, I mean, if we're lucky, 15-minute match between Jinder Mahal and Brock Lesnar at the Survivor Series, because it feels almost like Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar again. I don't know why, even though it's Jinder Mahal this time. It has a very similar feel though, so I don't know why. Becky Lynch wins a Fatal 5-Way match to become the captain of the SmackDown women's team. They announced the women's team. Unfortunately, no Paige. We all thought we were going to see Paige, but it doesn't look like we're going to see Paige. Everybody's in except for Lana. So, yeah, that's the teams. Alicia Fox, the captain for the Raw women's team. I don't remember. Did they actually announce the Raw women's team yesterday? I don't even remember. I assume Sasha Banks and Bayley will be on the team along with Alicia Fox, but I don't know who else is on it. Maybe they did announce it. I just forgot it. But Becky's the captain of the SmackDown team. Okay match. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy. It was like the same match they had back at Battleground or whatever, another Fatal 5-Way. That's it. That's why I said this would be a short review. I mean, SmackDown, it just was really quick, and once again, like, I don't know, it felt like the old SmackDown again, the old SmackDown from like 2 years ago when it was on Friday nights and stuff, where it wasn't live and you really didn't need to watch. And now, once again, tonight was just another example of like, you really didn't need to watch this show. You could have just pulled up the results or whatever, or just watched the videos on the YouTube, the shortened videos of the show, and you would have been all caught up and missed nothing, because it's not fun to sit through 2 hours of SmackDown tonight. I mean, SmackDown's 2 hours. Normally we complain about Raw being 3 hours and having to sit through that. I mean, the last few weeks it's been rough sitting through just 2 hours of SmackDown. I mean, that's not good there. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's going on with SmackDown. It's just been really just weird. Like, yeah, it's just so unfortunate too, because look how good remember how good they were back in like January, right before WrestleMania. It was amazing. There were a few episodes back in the summer that I can remember that was just like, man, this show's amazing. Like, why can't Raw be like this every week? And then now just like it's like completely switched, and it's just now Raw's like, Raw's Raw again. It feels like legit 2 years ago. Raw is like, it's not bad, but it's got like that, feel where you want to watch the show. SmackDown's got that like, I don't even want to watch feel to it again. I mean, at least for me. Maybe it's not that way for everyone else, but I mean, I just have not had interest in watching SmackDown the past few weeks. I mean, Raw I have, but SmackDown not really. I don't know what the deal is there. Hopefully it gets better going into Survivor Series. Like tonight it's just, oh my God, I don't even know how to describe it. It was just so basic and generic and like just an average. It felt like a live event. I think I said the same thing last week. I could be wrong, but I think I said the same thing last week. It just felt like a live event, if there was like a word to describe it. Just a bunch of matches, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, there was storyline progression somewhat. But like, it didn't have that excitement level. Raw's had this like it's weird. Raw has like this excitement level to it. And I feel like SmackDown is just missing that little bit of an excitement level to it, to where it would be like watchable. And they used to have it. It's just missing that now. And it's like Raw has it. It's not the most exciting thing on Raw where it's like the best thing ever every Monday night or whatever. But it's like got that like feel where you just want to watch the show. SmackDown has like nothing. It's like just dead. It's completely dead at this point. But I mean, that's it with SmackDown. I mean, I might have missed something. I probably did miss something because I didn't have interest in watching the show tonight. I mean, I enjoyed Raw this past week. I enjoyed TLC was amazing on Sunday night. But once again, we just can't get 3 straight shows in a row. Same thing happened with Hell in a Cell that week. We had a good episode of Raw, I think, that week. The pay-per-view was good, but SmackDown sucked. SmackDown's on a streak not a good streak of bad episodes. So hopefully better days are ahead on SmackDown. I'm not gonna try and drag this any longer because nothing really to talk about. So I'm just gonna end it right here. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought of the show down in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, go follow me all over social media. Links listed in the description as always. And I will see you guys later this week right here on the Glorious Podcast.